Looks like we might be dodging some thunderstorms today. There's some moving around, but it's nice out. Today I'm going to talk about one of my EDC kits that I put together quite some time back. Started out with actually the knife, and this is a Swiss Champ, what I believe is a Swiss Champ, black scales. It had the basic tools that I wanted, which are the 2 blades and the file and the saw. The chisel in here is actually kind of nice. This one also has a pen. Let's see, where's the chisel? There are a few things that I do like. The hook's handy on some stuff. Some of this I could, go without. I've actually started a fire with the magnifying lens. It does work, but boy, is it a pain in the yak. The fish scaler I've never used ever on anything, except maybe for what it wasn't used for, what it wasn't meant for. It takes bark off of stuff pretty good, but I could live without that. Needless to say, this had the tools in it at the time that I got it, and it had to be 10 or 15 years ago. Then they come out with the sheath, and I tagged it because it fit it nicely, and I like the sheath. Had a loop in it for the steel from the Swiss Army knife steel, and this does work rather good. This is what I had originally. Wanted a sharpener with it. I added a second side pocket to it, which all I did was took a piece of leather that kind of matched kind of close and just stitched down it using the original stitching. I didn't mess up the sheath at all. I could pop this off and you'd never know it was there. It took a little bit of trick, but you can do it. And I put an Exotac fire steel in there, which I kind of like these little beggars. They're kind of handy. They're not cheap, but they do work, and you can replace the fire steels. They screw in, so they're readily had. It's all waterproof, so even after you scrape this off, you don't have to worry about it corroding. O-ring sealed. Your scraper, you can turn around. I got extra O-rings in with the scraper. You can actually make these longer, make the handle longer, so you can hang on to things a little better as you're trying to run this. They're a handy little gig. I like them. I've got their titanium version. I don't know if they still have it out, but it isn't in this. I wanted something to start fires with in my kit. The last thing I have, and I know they don't make anymore, and I haven't seen it for quite a while, is a pocket wrench. One of my friends that builds armor turned me onto this, and I'd seen him at the time, and I thought this got to be a joke. He brought his out, and we were messing with it, and it actually does work. I mean, you're not gonna, if stuff's rusted and stuck on really good, you're not gonna get it off of there, but you can run any of the bits. It'll fit in there. This thing will run up pretty fair size. I don't remember how big. Looks like about 5/8 maybe. That it will take off. I've taken off stuff with it. They're handy. Pry bar, they weren't cheap in the day, and they're certainly not cheap now. I've seen them on eBay a while back for $250 and $300. I think they're collectible. I don't know. I like it. I use it, so I carry it. So there's that. I've got 2 chunks of 95 cord, enough to make a bowstring and a bow drill string if I need to. It's just how you run about 4 layers of this down, and it makes a pretty fine bowstring for most bows, and enough to serve with on the inside of what's left. Some fishing line, things along that. It's not heavy duty cord. It's, like I said, it's 95 pound test strength. It works pretty well. It's not bulky, so you can get a little bit more of it in there and still have a usable cord. But this is my EDC kit that I built around the Swiss Champ pocket knife. This is it's getting right to the edge of being too big, but it's still functionable for my hands. I would prefer something a little bit smaller with a little bit less tools in there that I don't normally use, but you kind of get what you can get sometimes. Not a bad little kit for what it is.